There's so many theories out there, and I'm not sure exactly what I truly believe yet, but there's definitely something out there.
We've been here 18 years now, and little things throughout the years have piqued our interest. But the actual investigations, we didn't start till about 18 months ago now. The first 2 times there was a fair amount of activity.
And I could feel the breath, and it scared. It scared, it made me jump.
I've always had issues with people being afraid to go in the basement just because they've heard things, seen things.
And it looked like a silhouette I have, of I had in shoulders.
It felt like someone came up and hit my shoulder.
And I got a scratch from here to here.
Maybe due to trauma they had, maybe a car accident, homicide. Especially you hear some of these traumas where maybe the husband goes wacko and kills the whole family. All right, another of these games. Show yourself. Maybe they don't even realize they're dead,
I don't necessarily believe in ghosts. I just know I've seen things that I can't explain.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been a Chicago police officer for almost 19 years, a little over 18 and a half. I deal with the police department now, the surveillance cameras that they call them the blue light cameras throughout the city. That's how I got into a little more of the cameras and night vision and stuff like that. And I guess you could call me paranormal investigator. The Great Escape is probably going to be the biggest investigation I have done so far, where I'm going to try to use all my equipment, and I'm excited. I'm very excited.
My name is Brian Great. I'm the owner-operator of The Great Escape. It's like any restaurateur, I wear a lot of hats, maintenance, management, staffing, ordering, just overall.
This gentleman here, that owns the restaurant, he prefers not to provoke, and maybe a little here and there won't hurt, but...
When one of our bartenders was in the basement and saw a full figure walking toward him with a clipboard, and he was in the basement getting supplies, and this person walked past him, he turned around, he saw him walk into a pump closet, and he immediately turned around to see what was going on, and the guy was gone.
We make sure we listen to what they say, any employees, the hot spots, and make sure we try to cover all the hot spots they say, where the activity's hot, where it happens.
Again, this is probably the original building, so everybody watch your head down here, because this place was built when people were shorter. Watch your heads, guys.
And then we'll do walkthroughs with other equipment like IR camera with the night shot. And these are all IR illuminators. This helps illuminate a dark room with night vision and gives you the greenish kind of glow on the video. You can't see it with your own eyes, but you'll see it when you look at the video. 4 or 5 hours investigating, and then you have 6 digital voice recorders going. That you got to listen minute for minute, at 4 or 5 hours per each recording, recorder, and you got to pay attention. You could miss something just like that. And then same thing with the video. You got to watch it minute for minute. So if you got 10 cameras going, it takes a long time. And to do it right, you got to dedicate the time to do it, because you could turn your head away 1 second and miss something.
Down here is where I have a hard time getting the staff to come down by themselves. All the bartenders won't come down alone. They'll either bring a busboy or me with them.
There's residual hauntings, which is almost like a time stamp.
Let's say you see the same person once a month, or maybe every day at a certain time or whatever. You'll see them walk same path.
This area is where the guy saw the guy in the black suit who's coming down here to get some paper goods, and the guy would walk past him right about here and walked into that pump closet over there and disappeared.
A lot of people say, ghosts can walk through walls. No, you know what? Do some research, and I guarantee there was probably a door right there at some point.
They see things the way they remember that space. They're probably not walking through a door because they don't have that ability.
These spirits, they're not going to know that, oh, well, they moved the door over here. They have that path that they walk, or they do whatever. Same thing with noises.
I actually heard footsteps, and I thought it was somebody coming towards us, one of the crew members. And I turned the corner.
Down here, it wasn't from upstairs or anything?
That was me not playing over. But, yeah, it was right in that
What was that?
corner over
Did anybody hear that?
Was that someone up there?
All right, another of these games. Show yourself.
I've heard 20s music coming out of the basement when I'm here by myself at night, and I've kind of made it clear that I spend a lot of time here alone. I don't want to see anything. So if I hear 20s music, I'm going the other way.
Mainly, it's been voices. I've heard disembodied voices, which is voices you can hear with your own ears. Digital voice recorders. This is what I use to catch EVPs. And EVPs, which you can hear at the time. Later, when you review the evidence or the voice recorder, it's caught on the recording. I'm holding a voice recorder in my hand. Walk towards it and speak. I might not be able to hear you now, but I can hear you later. And then a few seconds later, you'll hear a voice saying, "Oh, God." And that was camcorders, didn't catch it, only the voice recorder in the hallway.
I've had some things on audio myself that I know that there was 2 males in that room, no females around, but we got a female voice.
Intelligent haunting is one that can communicate with you.
That's where you're going to get your interaction, you know.
And I do believe that the intelligent ones are the ones you get the EVPs, you're able to talk to.
Wow. Is there more than 10 spirits out here tonight? No. So is there 7 spirits out here?
We're asking questions, it would answer back. You can try to communicate with it using EMF meters or the digital voice recorders.
Okay, this is EVP session at the small cemetery. It is 9:15 p.m. on the 27th of August, 2010. Some of our investigators will actually do an EVP session where they carry the thing around with them, and they'll do sort of like what I did. This is a stationary one.
I never really investigated a true graveyard yet, and I did some burial or areas, but not a true graveyard like that that's known to be haunted. People have their own different styles, and especially if you could get a group of guys that can gel together, and they have their own theories on how to do an investigation.
I'm a medium. I've heard spirits all my life, but I'm also a paranormal investigator. I could tell that there's spirits here. I see them at times. I'm able to hear a spirit talk to me and tell me things. I want to prove what I hear in my head, and that's why I'm in the paranormal. Dowsing rods are a form of a divination tool. Yeah, divination is the use of cards, pendulums, dowsing rods, and that type of devices to talk to spirit. I don't hold dowsing rods straight in my hands. I use like a sheath to put them in so I don't have direct response to them. And then they are able to move. And when I talk with them, if I get an X, that means yes. If I get a Y, that means no. So we're able to talk to ghosts and spirits that way.
Are you able to touch one of us so we know you're here?
Yes. Can you point the rods to the person you're going to touch so they know it's coming? Yes. Can you point to them? Guess it's you.
Great.
I'm me personally. I'm waiting for that oh crap moment.
I haven't came across a dangerous spirit yet.
See, I believe in demons and angels because, like I said, I come from the Christian faith.
A house that I investigated in Park Ridge. So I'm thinking maybe when I was there investigating, I stirred up the spirits and maybe pissed it off. The owner of the house, he said he heard the normal footsteps that he always hears, and he's propped up in bed and has the TV on, and he said for the first time this ever happened to him where he got smacked upside the head, like that.
I'm a little braver because I'll be the one that'll say, well, come over here and hit me. Come over here and push me, smack me. Because to me, okay, if I get hit and no one hit me, that's going to answer a couple questions for me.
He felt like someone was smothering him, a heaviness. He said he didn't sleep a wink. He swears by this, but he said that he was being like choked like a big heaviness, like someone was sitting on him and then choking him, and he had his house blessed. I think 2 days later, and it's been quiet ever since.
If you were a negative person in life, why are you going to change when you die? To me, that's what I think a lot of people are calling their demons. They're not going to say, oh, well, I don't want to be mean when I'm dead. No. You know what? They're going to do whatever they're going to do. Wow.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. No.
I mean, I can't even recreate that sound right now. That's some. My heart's racing right now. Did you hear that?
No, I'm not afraid visiting the haunts or investigating them. The only thing I'm scared of, well, I don't know if I would call it scared of, but a little nervous of bringing something home. You know, I don't mind going out investigating, but I just don't want anything coming to my house and haunting my house. I think one of the main reasons I got into this, because I'm the type that needs proof to believe. I think that's mainly why I got into this, to try to get as much evidence as possible, and then show it, and then let people make their own decision. But I could, in my heart, I can say, whatever I show, I know in my heart is real, that I did whatever I could. Because if I have anything that's questionable, I won't show it. You know, even though if I think in my heart it's paranormal, but I just can't prove it, I'd rather not show it, and I'll get something else hopefully later down the line.
Oh.
I think this was an interesting night, to say the least.
I'm sorry?
This was an interesting night, to say the least.
Oh, definitely. I must do it again.